Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. In this video we are going to pick up the weapons, and definitely for that we will use RPCs, remote procedure calls, and you can actually read the documentation. And remote procedural calls are exactly what the name implies, method calls on remote clients in the same room. So you can read the documentation about the remote procedural calls, and now we are going to implement it in the script. Okay, so definitely we will create a weapon pickup script. So let's go to scripts, and we'll just go here to create a script, and we can name it weapon pickup, and then we will include the Photon library using Photon.Pon. After that we will get a audio source, because we have a audio source on the gun, so we can just get it. So private audio source, and we can just name it audio player. In the start function we will just say audio player is equal to get component, and then we will get the audio source. So now we access the audio from the audio source. Now we will create a function on trigger enter, because we have added make it trigger. So we can say private void on trigger enter, and then we can say that if other dot compare tag is player. So your player should have the player tag. Okay, it's very important. So if you go to the resources and the player, you should have the player tag over here. Okay, if not, you should make it, otherwise it will not work. And then we'll say that if this happens, then we can say this dot get component photon dot get component photon view dot RPC, and then we can say player pickup audio, and then RPC target dot all. Then similarly we will say this dot get component photon view, and then dot RPC, and then in this case we will enable the turn off RPC and then we can say RPC target dot all. Okay, so now these are the PUN specific, RPC specific coding, and if you want to learn it in a detail, you should actually check the documentation. So here you can see that we will call the PUN RPC like this, and then we'll say void play pickup audio function, and then we'll say that audio player dot play. Okay, so now we'll create another PUN RPC after this. So we'll say PUN RPC like this, and in this case we'll say that void turn on as we used their turn off, so we can create two functions for turning on and turning off. Okay, so this dot transform dot game object dot get component, and then we will get the renderer component, and then we will just make it dot enabled is equal to true. Okay, and I will just copy this line of code, just paste it, and in this case we will just get the collider. Okay, and we are making it true. So yeah, and I will just copy this and I will also create another function which will be the turn off function. Okay, this is, and in this case we'll make it false and false. Okay, and also turn on off function, we will start a coroutine. Start coroutine, and then we will just use wait to respawn. And this variable we will create, we can create on the top. Okay, so yeah, here private float, what is the name, wait to respawn, copy, and wait to respawn equal to 5 seconds initially, and definitely later on we can use these seconds for testing purpose. We are adding it, sorry, no, not wait, this is the enumerator, we are actually adding the respawn time here. Okay, and now we will use this time in I enumerator. Or respawn, and then in this function we can actually use that value. Okay, so here we can say yield sorry wait for seconds, respawn time, and after this we will just say this dot get component photon view photon view and then we will get the RPC, and then we will use the on function over here. Definitely rare PC target dot all. Okay, so now yeah, I think now everything looks good, but what is this error? So this is closed, void turn on. So yeah, actually this is a pan RPC, and here we will use this again on RPC. Oh, I turn off and turn on. And okay, so what is the issue? Okay, so now we don't have any error. I don't know why the error was, so I just it is just same. So now we can utilize this script on the weapons, and we can go here and select first weapon and double click, and we can add the weapon pickup. And also one more thing is that we will add the weapon yeah, actually weapon photon transform view is there, so let's add the weapon pickup weapon pickup. So yeah, that's it. Okay, so now let's play the game. Let's see. We go here and pick up Yeah, you can see that we can pick up the weapon, but unfortunately we can't hear the sound. Yeah, actually that was mute. Now you can see that we can hear the sound as well. Okay, so great. So we are actually picking the weapons. So that in next video we'll move further. Goodbye.